All right, y'all, so we are back with another video. Tonight I am doing pretty much a first impressions on, of course, these Boss speakers. I have 4 of them. These speakers are supposed to have an amp built into the speakers. This one isn't the standalone amp version. There is another version with the standalone amp and the 4 speakers, but this one is just the 4 speakers with the built-in amps. So anyway, I just want to give you my very first impressions on these speakers and just really just give you my overall honest opinion. So let's get to it. All right, y'all, so we have these Boss speakers. These speakers are supposedly have an amplifier built into the speaker. There is another version that has a standalone amp, but these speakers have the amp built into the speaker. I want to kind of break this down into a few parts. I don't want to spend a long time on this because this is just really a first impressions, and I want to get a little bit more out of the speakers before giving you an actual overall final review. A lot of this stuff is probably going to be about the same, but I just don't want to jump into a very detailed review at this point. So I'm going to break this down into a few things. So the first is going to be the build. I think the build is nice quality. As far as the outside, I think it is a very nice quality. I think it's all marine grade, so it's all water resistant. It's sealed up really good. I think the build of the speaker is nice itself, the exterior. One thing I do not like about these speakers are these clamps. These clamps are not the right clamps for this handlebar. You can make it work because they give you something, they give you some spacers or whatever to, you know, fill that extra void, that space. But these clamps are not the right clamps, and so that made it very hard to get the install done. So the second point I want to kind of bring up is the price on these. So as far as the price goes, I paid about $90 for these off of Amazon. And so keeping in mind with the price, your sound quality, which is going to be the third thing, which is the most important thing. That's what we're really trying to figure out, if these are good sound quality. So as far as sound quality, I would say out of 10, you're probably going to get about a 6. So the reason why I say a 6 is you don't have any bass. It does get plenty loud, but I feel like the sound could be clearer. It could be more crisp, and I really wish there was a lot more bass, but understanding that the speakers are small, you're only going to get so much bass out of that. But as far as the crispness of the vocals, I wish that was a little bit better. So that's why I'm going to give it about a 6. And one thing to keep in mind, folks, when you're looking at these speakers, keep in mind that this is open air. You're not sealed inside of a car or anything like that. This is all open air. So the sound will disperse quite a bit, and there's a lot of wind noise when you get these, and you know, that's just part of it. So I also understand that aspect. So I'm not going to be super critical about, you know, the loudness and all that, because a lot of that gets carried away with the wind. When I was doing a lot of research on which speakers to get, these, believe it or not, were the #1 option. I think probably because of the price. I mean, $91 for 4 speakers, built-in amp in the speakers, very simple install. It's kind of hard to beat that, and it has passable sound. It's not the best quality, but it's passable sound. I really wish I could play some music for y'all right now, but you know, with all the copyright issues, you know, I don't really want to do that. And every time that you look up motorcycle speakers, they always sound good over the internet. I could play something, upload it, and you're like, man, that sounds really good. And I'd rather just tell you and give you my word as a person, you know, and give you an honest review saying that the sound is good, it's passable, it's not the best in the world, and it is not the worst. It does get very loud when I play it on Pandora, but for some reason when I played Apple Music, it didn't come over as good. I don't know if it was the data or something of that nature that might have reduced the sound quality, but with Pandora and playing like 90s radio, some Jodeci or 112, some stuff like that, you know, nice soulful stuff, all the sound quality came in really nice, and I was able to really enjoy my ride, especially at a higher speed. With that being said, playing something with heavy bass, heavy treble, you may not experience the best music quality because these speakers aren't really built to rock out with heavy bass. They're not for that. They're for a nice chill ride. So I want you guys to keep that in mind when you're making your decision. You're not gonna get super pump pack disco. It ain't gonna happen. But they are, I think, for the price at this point right now, I think for $90, it is a good buy. You get 4 solid speakers that are water resistant, shock resistant to handle the roads, and they do look really good on the bike. They're not huge pods, and the theme of my bike is Nighthawk Stealth, so they blend in really well with the all black. So for now, y'all, that's it. This is my first impressions. I hope this kind of helps you in your buying decision. And just keep on looking. If you're still not quite sure what to get, just keep on looking, because this is a big decision, and I do not want you to spend a whole lot of money on something that's going to sound just like these. You might as well pay $80 and get these instead of paying $500 and being like, man, the sound quality just really wasn't there. So that's it, y'all, for now, and I'm going to see y'all on the next video. There's more to come. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next video.